Yo, what's up, Nels? Hello, hello. What's up, Tap? What's going on, everybody? Let's move this over here. Oop. There we go. What's going on, guys? We got some TCG player stuff to do here. The return to the bronze. Yes, sir. What's up, McBride? It's crack-a-lackin', dude. Trying to get some traction going on card listing. That is all about all I got, LO. Dude. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a little slow for me the last couple days, but. Have you seen the returns on selling singles from the collector edition Marvel Commander decks? I didn't buy any. I wasn't able to get any. But what I can say is that the beginner boxes that I bought have a lot of Commander cards in them. That's where the bulk of the value from those are. And it's been slow moving, but for the price that they were, it was a hard deal to turn down. What's up, Don? What's up? In short decks, especially Wakanda Forever, can be yeah. And I mean, there's situations where that can happen, but finding them at retail right now is nearly impossible. So just not too worried about it. Just picking my spots where I can, but if I see them, I will grab them. Absolutely. Yeah, I said they're slow at the moment, so I'm just working on. Yeah, you better believe it, dude. No, I get that, Nels. I just if there's nothing to buy, there's nothing I can I can't take advantage of it. So, but yeah, I'm always down for Commander decks. What are you having, Kevin? Here for the TCGB haterade party? I'm not hating on TCG. There's things they could do a little better, but I like TCG player. I don't want to see anything bad happen to it. I'll catch the end. I'll have to watch tomorrow. You got it, bud. Been watching a couple months of the content. Max Alpha worth it? It is if you're going to use it a lot. You know, I think with the code I have, you save like 15% off the first month. But I use it quite a bit. Like I'm more into the mass box opening side of thing and not so much the collections. Like I kind of swap the two. I'll still buy collections when I can, but if I can't or I don't have the time, I just go on there, find something I can buy, try to find that, you know, because it gives you all the numbers. So it's like any product, you know, if you can buy it for X or less, then you'll make money. All right. So we got the other half of the Marvel stuff that we got to scan in here. So get to it. Move this out of the way. Come on, you bitch. You didn't hear me say that. If TCG Player doesn't ship free cookies to me, I'm leaving. Well, it depends on the type of cookies. I don't want no oatmeal peanut butter cookies. I want some like Oreos. First like, best like. What's up, Reformed? Finally did the Reformed. All praise TCG Player. Sounds like a movie scene or something. I'll tell you what, man. The card quality of these beginner boxes though are pretty solid. So what's everybody doing tonight? Lifting, sitting, sorting. What we got going on? Breaking down Commander decks has become one of my favorite ways to add inventory since I can control how much I want to buy, and collections are hard to come across. Absolutely, dude. And not only that, but like, you know, you don't have to break them down too. Like, you know, you want to obviously, but if you buy some, you can break down the ones that are valuable and worth it. You can keep a hold of the ones that are not for a rainy day. I mean, there's all sorts of things you can do. Do you know if you have top rated seller on eBay helps with getting more sales? Honestly, I don't know if it helps you with getting more sales. I know your fees are a tad bit lower. I don't know that, like you being top seller, like they promote you more, but the fact that you are top rated in and of itself does help because they know that you're not an idiot. Finally got a bunch of bulk unsleeved onto the next stage. Yeah, that's the worst. What's up, Cardiac? Debating if I want to work on my scanner. I got to remove the two little back pieces so I quit getting the lines. It's not that hard. It's just a pain in the ass. I thought I was going to break that piece, that gray piece you have to take out. But it ain't no big deal. I'm unfortunately in a financial position that kind of only allows me to for fast. Hey, dude, Nels, you don't even got. I got you there, bud. I'm in a better spot, but I'm nowhere near being comfortable. So yeah, sometimes, and honestly, when it came to the Pokemon stuff, and even still so now, I'm not afraid to put in the work to sell a lot more cards for less because of that. Like I'm trying to get every penny I can. There'll be a day where I get to be a little more selective, but right now is not the time. I'm literally just throwing up everything. I don't care. It was more just a matter of fact, like, you know, it's a thing. Making me jealous with the scanner. Just started listing on eBay with TCG uploader on my phone. Hey man, everyone's got to start somewhere. The scanner is dope though. How long have you been selling for? I forget, only a few months. I'm telling you, man, if it's something that you plan on doing seriously, it's really hard to pass this thing up. It's not nearly as expensive as it was. It used to be like $1,200. Now you can probably get one for like $7-ish. But it definitely makes life a hell of a lot easier. Heya, Bronze. What's up, Johnson? Every time I see the word Heya, I think about the post-it note that Pam writes Michael, and he's like the little hot dog that says, "Hiya, buddy." First, a fancy Rico. Next, you're on Sword Swift. Not so fast. I still haven't even done the trial run on that. I'm fine doing what I'm doing right now. I'll try Sword Swift at some point, but I don't have enough time right now to learn anything new, and I'll eventually get to it. Like 5 months. Yeah, I mean, if you've been doing it for 5 months and you don't think you're going to be stopping anytime soon, and you're going to take it serious, It might be worth just like pulling the trigger and just doing it now. Also depends on how many cards you're acquiring. That matters too. But yeah, we got about 2 rows of a 5 row we gotta throw in here, and then we're gonna do the thing. Once we do this and we go through this box, then we're gonna do some eBay listings. Trying to do some other stuff than just sort, but Phantom's Link, I think it's like mid 600. Yeah, I'm working on a link, but don't wait on me, man. If you're thinking on getting one, it's like anything else. Like the suite on Sort Swift, the technology, it's like I know it's a big hit, but if you plan on doing this for the long haul, the amount of time that it ends up saving you is pretty crazy. I have about 16,000 listed on TCG Player, and about 10,000 I haven't listed yet. At 10,000, are you listing everything? Or are you sifting? Or doing a mix of both? I'm not a fan, but I also rather sort and list manually. I only tried out Card Uploader for $10 a month. I can't justify a la carte or... Well, Retro, when you say you only tried out Card Uploader, does that mean you're not using it anymore? Because... I love it. I don't know that there's gonna be a day where I stop using Card Uploader. There might be a day that comes where it's like things change and I use something else alongside it, kind of like how Phantom's doing Sort Swift and Card Uploader, but I have a toddler, so just slow to list. Put the toddler to work. Toddlers have a good work ethic. The Rico won't work with my tablet. That sounds like something you should yell at Rico for. That sounds like a Rico problem, my friend. Sir, I bought this scanner fully thinking that you were going to support this this ancient, I'm assuming ancient, this laptop I have, and it doesn't. You didn't say you didn't, so I want to be compensated. Meow. I use it when I scan. I still have a subscription, not listing a lot of stuff right now. That's, I like that. Yeah, that's okay to just, you know, do with what you can with. I fucked that up. It's okay to run your side business within your means and what you're able to do. Because if you do that, you don't end up like me, where you take 2 weeks off of streaming because you start going completely bat-ass crazy because it all becomes too much. Next on my list is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection case break, but it's a static list of cards, so I can just see it set. Yeah. Do you know what the value of of that is? And do you do it on eBay, Mike, or do you just do TCG Player on that for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff? Or do you split it up? My Rico is a little janky in that, like, once it gets to like a quarter of a stack, it won't auto feed, so I have to hold it, and my shoulder starts to burn after like 5 minutes. Card Uploader can also be good for sifting. I forget who, but they scan like 500 cards and look at the market price. Yep, exactly. Happy to announce that 12 days after PSA should have completed my order, it's moved from grading to assembly. It's progress, I guess. Yeah, dude. Mine's been in assembly for like a month, so I'm very happy for you. Although, have you seen, Nels? Have you seen the reports of them like changing the way the slabs are, where they had that like film on the back? I think that looks disgusting. How does Card Uploader compare to TCG Automate? TCG Automate's a perfectly fine program. Yeah, Rattle actually did a video on it today. It's pretty crazy. TCG Automate's great, but for the price, like you only get so many scans a month with TCG Automate. It's like for $40 you get like 3,000 scans or something. But in my opinion, Card Uploader is way more accurate. For $10 a month, it's hard to beat. It's really, really hard to beat. $10 a month, I don't even know how they're getting away with doing that, but $10 a month, pretty much the most accurate thing out there. Super cool dude, super good Discord. I mean, can't really ask for much else. TGB only for the price I'm getting these cases. The EV doesn't matter. Well, it's how much are you getting them for? Is it Reddit? He does a lot of like, I don't know how much you watch of him, but he does a lot of like shitting on whatnot and like scam stuff. For the most part, he's more good than anything else. He does have his moments where he goes a little too hard on in situations where he shouldn't. But he's very much a pro buyer person, but he's more like he's a news person. He like reports on Poke News, goes over like fights and whatnot, stream stuff. He was, I don't know if you know, like, remember Blake's Breaks from back in the day? He is the one that blew that whole thing up and was basically dubbed like the Pokemon version of CoffeeZilla. Since then, things have calmed down a little bit, but you know, there's definitely people that don't like him because he gets a little crazy sometimes with his finger pointing, but you know. Just check out the PSA one that, from today, and then you can kind of get a feel for him. Poke Streets, yeah, he's always going on the Poke Streets. I don't follow a lot of channels on Instagram, but that one I do. It's hard not to. We're living in the streets. The Poke Streets. Oh yeah, I'm glad you mentioned utilizing the PayPal Pay in 4 stuff because it made me feel better about using it if you're responsible. So that's the key word, brother. And trust me, I feel weird about using it sometimes. I almost feel dirty doing it because like when you always hear like especially like Pokemon people and scalpers use it a lot, right? But I'm not a scalper and you're not a scalper. There's a difference between a scalper and a reseller. Resellers will do whatever they can to break down whatever they can. They're not going to stand in a line at Target for and try to sell whatever. It's different. Now, I have gotten myself in a little bit of trouble once because I did like one through PayPal, one through Klarna, and one through Shop. So you have to be a little careful. But I was getting money back fast enough to where I was able to take care of them. But yeah, man. I know some people that will just keep using the money for other stuff, but it's like, no. The minute I have enough money to pay it back, I pay it back, and then I just start another one if I need to. But I'm not playing this game where I get behind and then I owe like 8,000% interest. But that's like everything in life, right? Like responsible drinking, responsible partying, responsible eating. Like you can have your fun, you can take your shots, but like you can't just lay it all on black and say, woo! You can. The repercussions are not going to be good for you though. All right. So last little mini stack, then first row down. We got one more row to go. Hey, Brandon, watching the videos. Keep up the good work. Yo, what's up, Stat? Oh, I love that name, Stat7 Games. That's a good name. I appreciate it, dude. How you been, man? Welcome in. Top rated definitely helps. I figured so. I just always thought it was more because you got the, like, you just got the little, like, badge or whatever. That's why I didn't want to, like, say anything definitively, because I wasn't sure if it physically meant something more than just a badge and a little bit of a percentage. I got a low APR credit card from USA. That's how I buy all my high dollar cards. Nice. Yo, $1.99 super chat from the Coffee and Cardboard Show. Bronze is a wise god. I'm a wise god indeed. What's up, man? Thank you for the $2. Also, friends, Coffee and Cardboard Show is a show that I am on every week. We record on Wednesday and then we post it on Friday. It's more Magic focused than market talk, but it's 4 cool dudes. So if you guys want to check that out, it's pretty dope. More of a passion project at this point, but it's just fun. Fun to chat with the bros for an hour. Yeah, my credit has been going up and down. Like, I've been maxing out the 1 or 2 cards I have, so I keep taking my credit score and then it goes back up and then I pay it all. But I'm still trying to get into a rhythm of like trying to like get this fed properly. Everything's all cattywampus still, but yeah, that would be the plan, dude. Is just get some decent credit cards and just like. There's even a situation where you could probably like buy it through a PayPal Pay in 4, after like 2 weeks, transfer that balance to another card, then transfer that balance to another card. If the fees for transfer balance aren't too much, and you know, postpone paying on something for like a month or 2. I'm sure there's a way. I just got top rated today. Yo, Mike, dude, top rated. Hell yeah. Time to reinvest. No more out of pocket or credit. I'm starting to reinvest no more. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think everyone reinvests for the most part. But like when it comes to like the beginner boxes or this, that, the other, when there's a potential come up of that much and you have the money in the bank that you know you can pay it off, you might as well just like give yourself a little bit of breathing room. The worst that happens is you just pay it off sooner rather than later. Yo, Captain Insano. What's up, homie? What's up, dude? Hope you're having a good night, man. Took some time. I do have a business card. I never used it. Doing well, man. Interesting to see the scanner in action this stream. Yeah, I like sorting too much, and I know as much as people say they like watching it, I'm sure they want to see other stuff. And honestly, I need to start doing other stuff because it makes catching up on stuff over the weekend interesting. I'll just put it that way. But it is a beast. You can help your credit by going to different agencies and have any addresses, names, etc. info removed from your report. Got it. Howdy. Phantom refused to give us the open robe, so I had to leave and come here. Brother, you want an open robe, all you gotta do is give me $5 and I will go full Emperor's New Clothes mode. That's all it takes. Gotta go get some capital investors. I know you said haha, but don't ever get investors. Do it all yourself. Save up the cash, have no investors. People who open stores and they just take out a whole business loan, it's like, whenever I get to open my own store or whatever it is I do, I want to make sure I don't have to take out a damn thing. I don't want to have any debt, business debt, other than purchase orders and net 30, net 60 POs through distribution or wherever I'm able to sell at. Use that as like a, you know, in case of emergency, break glass kind of situation. Joe Little, the robe. Thanks for the $5, dude. kind of in a dilemma now, because I can either go, I can go full, you know what, and then the stream will promptly end, or I'll just have to find you on Instagram and shoot you some feet pics or something. Thanks, dude. Only bronze? Maybe maybe that could be the name of my store. Only bronze. Have my mascot with his little toes out. Weirder things have happened. Too funny not to. I appreciate it again, Joe. Your support is very appreciated. All right, we're almost done here. That's the thing too with Card Uploader. Even though you can only do 500 cards at a time, it's still like super fast to list all these, and you're gonna see it. I like to get into One Piece. Where should I start? I think the artworks are cool. Yo, what's up, Aaron? I don't know anything about One Piece. I know that the only thing I know about One Piece is that the bulk is pretty much garbage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from everyone I know, it's like bulk is like whatever. I don't know much about opening it either, but it seems like Pokemon where it's very top heavy. And I don't know if opening product to try to get things going is going to be the right way to go with One Piece. I wish I had better advice for you, but I don't know, dude. Making me want to switch from TCG Animate to Card Uploader. Mike, once we start, I'm going to give you a total number of cards that we're going to have, and I'm going to show you how fast that we're going to do this. I would say once these are all scanned, that we can do all 2,000 cards in about 10 to 15 minutes. I want to add more listings, but I don't know if I should get premium. Do you have a store subscription right now, Jimmy? With One Piece bulk, the bulk wins is in the meta. Yes, I would agree with that. I'm taking just with my phone, cropping them, adding them to the Card Uploader, just starting out and have 1,000 cards. This is going to take a while. Hey, good. I don't mean that in a bad way, but like if you're just starting off, I still do things by phone sometimes. I have these cards here. I just finally got around to listing them, but like these little Eevee cards, they have like a swirl on all of them. I'm hand picturing those. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff you still got to do manually. So don't think like, I don't want anyone that sees technology to think that gets the end all be all. There's still going to be things you have to do. So getting used to doing it the manual way makes you really shows to you what you're gonna have to do down, you know, for the rest of your life with this stuff, and knowing how it is without all the technology it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You should. How many listings are you at? Because with the basic store subscription, you get like 11,000 listings. Limitless TCG I use for Pokemon, dude. Yeah, Limitless is great. If I switch it, should do it now with only 50 cards listed with teaching minute, so can't wait to see. Yeah. Do you do chaos sorting, Mike? Or do you do, because I don't do chaos sorting. I do alpha sorting. So it might be a little easier for me. Yeah. So Jimmy, is that that's the $27.95 store? Right. If you have the basic, with eBay, you have certain categories that are more. So with the basic store, it says 1,000, but you can do up to 10,000 total listings. Like right now, my store is at like 3,000, and I'm on the basic plan. Yeah, premium is 10,000, but yeah. So the basic, like I said, I have the basic store. I'm at 3,000 right now, and I have a cap of 10. They have certain categories where they increase the limit for you without having to get the next store. So you should be good until 10,000. No, I set sort by the order they fall in the set number. Good. So yeah, Jimmy, you don't gotta worry about listings for a while, bud. Where's the best place to check comps on Japanese booster boxes? I want to know if my supplier's giving me a good deal. eBay sold, Sushi Player, or different tool sites I sell on eBay. Man, I don't know that, man. Japanese products are weird. And it also depends on, like, where you're selling them. They have 20. Well, they only charge you the 25 cents if you go over the listings. They'll charge you an insertion fee, but you won't get charged one because I know it says 1,000, but I just like trust us. It's you get 10,000 listings. Right now, Phantom has the premium store, and his limit is up to 60,000. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about it for a good little bit. And if you go to do it and then it says it's charging you, then at that point message someone because it shouldn't. Because with the basic store, you get 10,000 listings. Yeah, as far as the Japanese booster boxes, I mean, honestly, eBay is probably going to be the best. Unless there's another site that is really good for selling Japanese products, but I would imagine that eBay last sold should be good enough. My little bingo wing. Gotta knock that out. I have them on draft. Yeah, I think you're fine, dude. All right, last little bit here. Perfect. What's up, First Light? Hope you're doing good, man. Was the scanner difficult to set up? Does it require some modification to not damage the cards? It's not difficult to set up. It does require some modification, but it's not hard. There's like a little piece you have to take out, and then you have to like get a little 3D printed arm that it's like super cheap to put in there. So you'll worry a little bit because like you'll think you're breaking the thing when you're taking it apart. Like everyone feels that way. I felt that way too. But it is what it is. But yeah, if you don't take the roller out, there's plenty of videos out there that have tutorials and stuff too. Card uploader. God, I need a third screen so bad. All right, let's get card uploader up, and then we'll add a screen share. Dashboard. Yeah, so you're good, dude. Definitely good. Screen share. Add source. Screen capture. Cha. All right, give me a second while we play around with this. There we go. Perfect. Another way around that is variation listings. Yes, that is another way around it. I personally don't like variation listings, but that's just me. All right, so TCG Automate. We are ungraded cards. We have Magic the Gathering picked. You don't have to do front and back for TCG player. You can just do the front. You can only do 500 cards at a time. I always do, especially if you're set sorting, I always do advanced matching options and I type in the set that I'm doing. So this is Marvel Superheroes. This will take down the amount of time it takes to identify the cards by a lot. By a lot. Appreciate it. Just makes me nervous to do surgery on an $800 machine, you know? Yeah, dude, there's like it's weird. It's like this like gray piece that you have to like pinch and like kind of like rotate a little bit, and like the plastic feels like it's gonna break, but it's not. It's sturdy as hell. But once you see it how it's done, it's pretty easy. But I feel you on that, man. It's 100%. I feel I get more sales single versus variation. You might. I personally, I don't know why. I just don't like it. All right, next upload Magic the Gathering cards. We got 500 cards, so we're going to do Fujitsu scans. And then we're gonna pretty much just guesstimate 500 cards. And I always end on like some art. There we go. This might be too many cards. We'll find out. Okay, that was too many. 1, 2. Let's go. Oh, did it again. Let's go here. Normally, I just do 500 cards at a time because I fall into this trap of doing this, where I'm like constantly guessing where I'm at. But I didn't do that this time. The Max Wax guy, yeah. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 94, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There's no way that was too much. All right. All right. That should be enough. There we go. All right. Enough playing with that. 3 ads to watch the stream, YouTube making bank off Bronze's streams. That seems excessive. I put it for like low. What's up, Hound Dog? I was gonna do the wrong dog bark. I was gonna go, oh, but Hound Dog is the, oh, what's up, buddy? Everybody, if you don't know who Hound Dog Gaming is, you should go check out his channel because he is the best. Our boy's getting close to monetize land. Anyway, so we got 462 cards. This will probably take like literally a minute because we got the set specific. If you don't have the set specific, this can take a while. Yo, what's up? Who's that? Oh, the Game Master. What's up, Game Master? Coming in with a super sticker. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it very much. How have you been, dude? Hope you are doing fantastic. Thank you very much for the support. Yes, using the specific set feature and the keyword feature made it so easy to list my search. Oh, so good. Still waiting on the Sunday conversation with Hound Dog. Dude, Hound Dog, let's make it happen, man. If Hound Dog wants to be on, we can get him on. I quit work at 3 p.m. daily just for Hound Dog's daily vid. I have to take a shit at 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day. And when I go, that's when I watch his vid. I used to have a little puppy that would always start to howl when I would howl. That was always nice. That was fun. Brother, you tell me when. All right, let me write this down so I don't forget. Are you are you in any Discords, Hound Dog? Do you have Discord so I know how to contact you? Hound Dog. Hound. I went to go write down Hound Dog and I wrote down it's backwards, but I wrote down Hound Dong. Maybe a little change in the title. Hound Dong Gaming. No, not much. Chilling. Sold out Pokemon. Whew. Nice, dude. Actually shopping at Costco, seeing if there's any at the business center that I can resell. Hey, get it, dude. Retro, I get that. Hung Dong, exactly. Oh, you're looking at my you did join. Okay, yeah, I'll reach out to you. Hound Dong Gaming. Sunday morning combo. Sunday morning. All right, that's done. Okay, so yeah, maybe like 90 seconds. So what I'll do, and this is kind of like rapid fire, is I will focus on the set name right here, and I will just scroll like kind of fast because there's 500 cards, and I will just look to make sure everything says Marvel superheroes while also kind of paying attention to the pictures on the side. Just to make sure everything says Marvel, everything says Marvel, everything says Marvel, everything says Marvel, da 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 da. Just float right through. This is probably the longest part. I start getting a little frisky and I don't do this. I've been doing this less when I have everything function by set, but it's worth kind of. That's just a card that was in the wrong spot. So we'll go find that later. Because actually, that's a good thing to point out is when you sort, if you screw up and you have a card somewhere, like this will show you like, oops, I've got this card in the wrong spot. So you can go find it real quick. That way, if someone ever orders that card and it's missing, then you're not screwed. So before we forget, we're gonna go find that. Who's that? It's Atlian. Calvary. Boom. Crisis averted. All right. So with the 500 cards, if I get through like half of them and everything's fine, I just kind of assume everything's good. And then we just do manage duplicates. Combine all duplicates. You want to combine 451 duplicate cards into 11 unique cards. Combine, yes. Don't tell my employer? Absolutely not. Your bulk experiment has been fun to follow, Retro? Yeah, it has. Is this Sword Swift? This is Card Uploader. Okay, so everything is combined. Now, because I'm on direct, I will bulk edit my prices to $1.99 because I don't want to list everything for the market price. I'll let my repricer reprice it at the end of the night, but this way I don't accidentally sell anything for 15 cents that's $2. So actually, I take that back. What do I don't do that. I do market price. I do market price. And then I come to the bottom here and I click this little button because you can just like add a static amount. And then I add $2. Now I don't have to worry about it. Everything's gonna get listed. Nothing's gonna sell right away tonight. And then at in 12 o'clock when my repricer runs, it'll price it all to the market price or the direct low, which is what I have. Then, because this is a TCG player, this is super, super simple. Export CSV. Actually, we're gonna name this, just so I don't get my CSVs mixed up. Marvel Superheroes #1. Now, go down, export CSV, boop. Open up TCG player. Seller portal. Ooh, 2 orders. Nice. Pricing. Import to stage. Choose file. Downloads. CSV. Cha. 500 cards. Just like that. How do you sift cards? What's your process, especially for a big game like Magic? I don't sift. I should, but with Magic, I kind of just throw everything up there, and then after a month or two, and I snake through all my inventory, so I'll just list everything, and then I'll slowly kind of work through every weekend and just like focus on a row, pull out extras, then bulk it out. But I kind of just list everything because I don't have a lot of time to be sifting. It's not a priority for me, and then just kind of do it backwards. Also, what's up, AK? But yeah, so that's it. So then we can go to our staged inventory. We go to Marvel Superheroes if we want to check. Marvel Superheroes. Boop. And then everything's there. And now we do it again. Brave Brawlers, where we stopped at. So ungraded, advanced, Marvel Superheroes, final, nope, downloads, nope, stop, desktop, producer scans. And then I will do this, and then I'll get to the point where we were at, delete those images so we don't have to see them again. Brave Bangler is where we stopped. Delete. And then we do another 500. Yoink. Or close to 500. Very easy. So when I had like a full, like when I did my that Ascended Heroes box, there was like 7,000 cards. I did that whole box in like 45 minutes to an hour. It's pretty solid. Hound Dog, thanks for being one of my 4 viewers. You got more than that. You're crushing it, bro. Fucking crushing it. Yeah, I wish I could get in a better habit of sifting, but I just... I don't know. I don't mind being the guy that lists everything and then going back and ripping stuff out if I need to. Just kind of like the way I like doing it. 4.5 viewers with Reformed. Ouch. Of all the horrible things you've said about Reformed, that's probably the worst. That's funny, though. Very, very funny. Sheet. Oh, we need to change this playlist. This is like repeating again. There we go. Where are you, Retro? How many subs you got? I haven't checked in a while. Bang. Bulk edit, prices, TCG player, yoink. Add $2, yoink. Manage duplicates. Wow. And we got perfect. Man, oh, where I did that? MTG. So we got MTG Marvel Superheroes number 2. Dude, stop with the yawning shit already. Too early for that? Nah, man. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning. I try not to, but it's hard. It's hard. So what's the last card we have? Our Defeat. We got to remember that for when we do that. Export CSV. Import to stage. Choose file. Downloads. Marvel Superheroes 2. $1.25K? Hell yeah, dude. If you're always hardly working, that means you're working hard at hardly working. And that doesn't make sense. You bought one of the TCG Player Sifters? I did not. Mike, everything is all included. You get everything for $10. You get combined listings. You get chaos sifting support. You get unlimited scans. It's literally everything. It's the Oprah Winfrey of card stuff. $10. All right. Round 3. Same, but still too early. All right. All right. I'll stop. I can't even fake it. Unfortunately for you guys, I don't have a gooning folder, so there will be no lolicon or young anime girls popping up on screen. It's just going to be a bunch of cardboard. I'm sorry. Yeah, much cheaper. You get way more. You get, I mean, unlimited is like obviously way more than a couple thousand, and it's hella accurate. That might be too much. Yeah, we were a little under. It's okay. No a la carte BS over here. Yeah, and they don't have integrated shipping. So you have to still put stamps on your cards. So what is the reason why people are choosing SwordSwift over Card Uploader? The cross-platform stuff? If I'm only selling on eBay, I don't see the... You're absolutely right, buddy. And that wasn't a pedantic buddy. That was a legit buddy. SwordSwift is a fantastic platform. I will give it a shot at some point, but right now I'm selling on TCG Player and eBay, and they don't have any way of listing to TCG Player. So I'd be paying a lot of extra money for the ability to cross list to nowhere. With Magic, you can cross list to like eBay and Manipool, but you know, everyone's got a different taste and everyone's in a different situation. So if you're just listing on eBay, it probably doesn't make sense for you to spend the extra money to go through SwordSwift. And you'll have to re-upload anything everything anyway. So like, you know, whatever. Dude, Mike, I'm with you on the stamp thing, man. I like doing stamps. I like putting stamps on there. I like getting fun stamps. My post office ladies always like, "Ooh, look at these new stamps." And I'm like, oh, look at these. This has Betty White on it. I love it. Social and card aren't really the same thing. It's not really a choice of one or the other. That is true too. Yeah. Just don't, if someone says like, if you're not selling seriously, you're not selling seriously if you don't use SwordSwift, that's a bunch of crap. Like, you know. I don't chaos sort. Yeah, just like Mike said, I don't chaos sort, so I don't really care. You don't have to chaos sort with SwordSwift, but you know, our Lord and Savior, our bulk Lord and Savior, Rob started talking about it. Then he talked about it with Phantom. That got people moving. TJ and Phantom have a sponsorship, for the lack of a better word. They get it for free, so they've been, doing their best, and they're getting, get a little partnership with them. More power to them.
Hello there.
Is what it is. Yo, Bethesda Farmstead. What's up, dude? I love it. Bethesda Farmstead. Yeah, man. I think a lot of people here would agree with that. If it ain't broke, you don't have to fix it. Now, I am going to try it, but I don't chaos sort. So back, you can't see it, but behind me, I have a bunch of stacks of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know anything about chaos sorting, so I'm going to use that as an opportunity to learn both of those things at the same time. It's just not a priority right now. So, just do you. If you're making money and you're growing, different strokes for different folks. Marvel Superheroes number 3. Doop 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 doop. Perfect. Import. Download. Boom, boom. Honestly, half the time I get myself upset, it's because I overthink this shit too much. There's not a lot of you have to overthink. List cards, sell cards. So when you start getting your own mind about what other people are doing, I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm really good buddies with Phantom. Sometimes seeing him doing things a little bit bigger and grander than me in a shorter period of time, it's that sucks. It doesn't suck, but it's yeah. But I'm doing things different than him. My plan is to have a store. His plan isn't. PokePaster, he doesn't want to have a store. He's just doing things on his side. He's got a lot more money to play around with than a lot of us. There's just so many different things. It's, it is what it is. Okoye, Dora Milaje, leader. Oops. Marvel Superheroes. Okoye was the last one, so we gotta... Oh, there she is. All right. You guys ever click images like that and accidentally duplicate everything you have selected? I do it all the time and I hate it. Not to mention forever stamps lock you into the price, so you aren't... Yes. Yep. TCG Player and stamps are like the rotary phone of our time, Retro, and no one else gets that. There'll be a day when it doesn't work out, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" And what's gonna happen? You're gonna be the one that has the rotary phone in your closet. Oh, I'm undershooting these by a lot now. I'm with you. Would love to have a store. Yeah, dude, I would love to. I don't care how much work it is. I just want to work. I want to own something physical and be my own boss. I know you can do that without a store, but I've been in car stores all my life, man. It's just what I want, Whatever own lanes to occupy, it's just a matter of doing the best you can with the lane. Exactly. Do the best you can. Maybe experiment with some other lanes from time to time, but yep. Oh no, rotary phones do work. That's the whole point. If the power goes out and you have a phone, like a phone jack, a rotary phone, you can still call another rotary phone. For the most part. There might be more to that, but those silly Gen Zers, they'll see the right way. Yeah. My play was to go to my local sports card shop, coax them into selling TCG players, and I help oversee it, and they learn from me. I don't pay for the business. We basically have a consignment agreement. That's solid. That's a solid plan. That is really solid, actually. LLO rotary phone. Why are you laughing at the rotary phone? You can make a call in under 30 seconds. How is that bad? All right. Somehow those got mixed up big time, and I don't know if that was me or the. It's probably me, so I'm gonna go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Combine all duplicates. All right, let's take a look here real quick. Okay, it was just the. It was just the computer. I make like 301K a week. They make some from me, and what they do, that's awesome. Dude, they want the 5G cooking their brain. They can't comprehend a landline. There'll be a day. There'll be a day. But until then, me, you, Bethesda, and Retro will be calling each other in the nuclear wasteland. Also, let me learn the sports science of things. It's dude, sports is so much. I know I need to at some point, but man, is that a lot. Punishing punch. Oh, okay. It's not just funny. Haven't heard the words rotary phone in very long. Oh, yeah. Well, what can I say? I've got a cutting edge stream where we talk about all the topics of the day. 30 seconds as long as there are 9 in the number. Yeah, you got that right. You're right. I stand corrected. So the other thing I found is protein Pop-Tarts. What do you think Pokemon and Pop-Tarts? I don't know. If by protein Pop-Tarts that are Pokemon, you mean they kill Pokemon and put them in a Pop-Tart and then eat them, I would do that. I'm loving it. Yes, a 250-foot cord is awesome in so many ways. I did screw something up. Okay, we'll have to fix that in a second here. Serpent, Savage. I had a little block where I mixed it up when I was putting them away, so found it. We're good. Savage Land Dinosaur. Serpent Chick. And there was a rogue. This guy. Perfect. Crisis averted. Honestly, Miss Sports is not bad. Aim for Goats, Hall of Famers, Legends, cases, stuff. I guess. I don't know. It's just people think Pokemon and One Piece are volatile. Dude, a sports guy having one bad day can like tank their price and like, yeah, it's insane. A Pokemon ability a day keeps the dock away. True. What do you think is the most delicious Pokemon? I think like Jigglypuff, probably pretty tasty. And she'll sing on the way down, which is a win. Marvel Superheroes number 4. Import, choose, downloads. Don't get me wrong, I love the retro talk with my old A, but the rotary was heal for a yeah. Not wrong. Unless, yeah, you can't go wrong with Otani. Running Turtle, what's that running? What's Chirrut? Oh, Chirrut, got it. That would be a good one, actually. That would be a good one. Hey, Bronzio, what's up, Shiny Hunts? Collectibles, what's going on, dude? Ooh, Al Creamy. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a solid choice. See, you guys are on point here. That's what I thought, Jigglypuff. Like, just throw a nice little ribeye on the table. Ungraded. Marvel Superheroes. All right, we stopped at Savage Land, I think. Yeah, we stopped right there. Do 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 do. Bam. I actually have like 4. I have this guy that used to own a store, and he just been giving me stuff for free. I've got like 4 or 5 rows of random sports crap. There's some cool stuff, neat stuff. I don't know if any of it's expensive, but like, you know, I'll see some names I remember, you know, like Peyton Manning stuff from football, some older like Cecil Fielder, Tony Gwynn, some like your older like 90s guys in baseball. It's just not a priority. It's the post office. I don't understand why you guys have such a hard time with your post offices. I drop things off in top loaders all the time and have 0 issue. And I don't give them to anybody. I give them to, when I go to like my main post office where I drop off all my 40 and 50 card envelopes that take them because they know that they can go through. Any single card orders, I just dump in the mail bin. That way I don't have to worry. They literally just take them and they dump them in this thing that shakes them. And then that's it. The less amount of time someone has a chance to touch the envelope, the better it is for you. Richard Mike, do you have any opinions about stamps? Let's hear it again. I want to hear it run back. Any tips for MTG bulk on eBay? Depends on the price. But Magic it sells on eBay, but like the really bulky stuff, I don't know that it does super hot. Because you got to keep in mind too, like it's fun to sell bulk and it's fun to make money on cards you're selling for pennies, but people have to actually want the cards. It's why a lot of stores like RNG and stuff, they'll have their price floor at 15 cents or 25 cents, because usually 15 to 25 cents of a market price is kind of like the limit of where something is playable. Sure, there might be things that are under that are playable, but odds are like above that price. So if you're taking a 2-cent Magic card and putting it on eBay for $1.99, it's probably never going to sell. That's where doing lots and stuff matter, which I will do at one point at some day. But that's why I'm doing things the way I am with TCG Player, which is I list everything. Then after like a month or 2, I just work my way through my inventory. I delist, I'll download the CSV, change all the numbers, unlist everything. But that's just what works for me. MTG number 5. Superheroes number 5. Export. Downloads. But I mean, if you have stuff you want to list, just try it out. Leave it there for a month. Promote it. All right. So, good insight. Yeah, man, no problem. So yeah, Mike Hill. Yeah, so that was what? 30 minutes? 20 minutes? We knocked out 2,500 cards. How do you delist and relist via a spreadsheet? I'm not a pro at this, but if you download the CSV and then you do it in a spreadsheet, you change the numbers that you want, and then you just re-upload that same CSV to the site, and then it changes all the quantities, prices, etc. So to make it easy, like all these cards I listed, say I only want to have 20 of each copy in a month or two, I can just download it into Sheets or whatever, change all the quantities to 20, and then I can go back in the box and just count out 20 of everything and then bulk out the rest. Damn it, you caught me. Bastard. All right. Now we got to do a couple eBay listings here. I think this is damaged stuff. I could probably recondition these. Maybe it's everything? No, this was damaged. Yeah, this was all damaged stuff. All right. We're not going to do a huge... So if you change a price, it relists it. Well, it doesn't relist it until you re-upload that spreadsheet to the site. So if you download it and change it, it's not going to do anything. You have to download it, change it, then re-upload that. So like... God, I need to get a Stream Deck. So like I would do like here, export from wherever, export a filtered CSV, so I can export the CSV of whatever products I choose, then upload that into the spreadsheet, change what I want, then I would import it back, and then it would just update the prices. It's possible I got some of that wrong because I haven't done it myself yet, but I know that people do it, and I know that it's a thing. Oh, there's my desktop. There you go. I'm glad there's nothing embarrassing on there, because there's not. Take a peek. What are we doing? Right. ZV1 back on top. All right. 1, 2, I don't know. We've got like 20 or 30 cards here for eBay that we're going to do now. Got to delete these cards real quick. Desktop. Yeah, eBay, no, I don't think it works. No problem, dude. I don't think it works like that with eBay. You just have to like delete everything, because I've done that. I've done a whole batch and then like not update the pricing and whatnot, and then at that point you have to look at the SKU, cancel it all, and then go from there. All right. Got some pretty cool stuff we're going to scan in real quick, and then we'll get to uploading those. eBay, I'm not really too worried about doing thousands of listings during the week. I just need to do. I just need to get into a better habit of doing anything during the week. Were you getting scan lines on your cards? And if so, on the physical, like once I did the surgery, I don't get any lines in any of my cards. The only lines I get is on the glass, which I have to clean from time to time, but I don't clean mine nearly as much as Phantom does. No way, no how. All right. All right. Ungraded cards. Now we're doing Pokemon. Oh, I need to redo those. Shit. Sometimes I forget to change the settings to back to eBay for the backs. So we gotta delete those. English Pokemon. Scan settings. And we're going to eBay. Okay. Let's try that again. What's good, homie? Yo, Golden Throne. Have you had any? What's up, dude? Have you had any progress on what you were working on? Is it still coming along? What's up, dude? How much runway cash reserves do you think you need for a game store in my area? Well, my area there's like 9 stores right now, but I don't think there's. I think the answer to that is as much as you can possibly have. And if you're in a really crowded area, like I don't even know, dude. Like my goal at the very minimum is to have $50,000 after having to pay for everything, but that's still going to be like super tight. And that could change. That could be 75, 100,000. Who knows? What is up, my cardboard co-workers? What's up, Papa Collectibles? What's going on, dude? Hannah says to clean each day you scan. I know. I know. I know. He's right, but I just don't. Okay, now we got the front and backs. So now we can upload these bad boys. Desktop, Fujitsu, new folder. Yoink. Welcome back. Thanks, 8-Bit. Welcome back to you too. Hope you're doing good. You think buying a Final Fantasy Collector booster box at 1.8K is a good long-term investment? I got a few at 600, but I'm scared to open them now. I would never open those things. I would never open those things. And I don't know. I don't think buying them at 1.8K. I mean, if you're gonna hold them for a while, maybe, but that seems like really high. What is the? I don't even think the market on them is that high. Oh shit. That must have just happened recently. Okay, yeah, in the last 2 weeks. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought they were literally at 1,300 like a day or two ago. I mean, the market, that's the market, so I guess. I mean, they're only gonna go up. It's Final Fantasy, so. Yeah, you gotta make sure you can cover your bills for a few months and cover distro orders, exactly. And it depends on the distro too, because some distros you can do like net 30, net 60, where you don't pay for them for a month or two, but it gets really hairy really fast. Oh, definitely for California. I would imagine it's closer to 100K. California's got so much more. I don't know specifically, but they got a lot of taxes. You know, there's no state income tax in Florida, so like there's all sorts of little stuff like that. God darned it. I forgot to switch it over. Yoink. $18K is dumb money. Yes. I wish I had a bunch of dumb money. Yeah. That literally happened the last 2 weeks too. I remember like literally watching Rudy the other day and it was like not even that high. All right, so we got some pretty cool cards here. Some like really random crap, but it's all damaged. But even at damage, these things should sell pretty well. Just do a quick little scroll down here. Nice little... Burp. Wait, that's not a Burger King promo, is it? That's not a Burger King promo. We're going to have to... Some of these things we're going to have to figure it out. Insurance? Yeah. You still alpha sorting? You better believe it. This Raichu's pretty cool. All right, so before we get bulk edit conditions to damaged. Bulk edit prices. TCG player. We got to switch over to eBay fixed price. Now we go through and check. My ship in Bama is like $5K a month for operating costs monthly. That's a lot. I mean, compared to other stores, that's probably not a lot, and it's still a lot. Okay, we're good there. Wait, why did they all say Hembley played? It's damaged. Didn't I pick damaged? Yeah, I meant to put damaged. I don't know why they all say damaged. Bulk edit prices TCG player. All right. Now we got to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. That's right. That's right. That's right. Dude, look at that Slowpoke with that big old bump. That's what I'm talking about. I'd pay money for that. Perfect. 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 General Mills. No, Celebrations. Yeah, this one. Compare. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Boom. What set is that? Oh, it's a McDonald's promo? Nice. Dude, McDonald's promos are so good. Think Final Trade said 20K a month in Austin near University. Yeah, that's a lot. You have a booty cheek binder? That's awesome. You're the first person I think I've ever heard say booty cheek binder, and I instantly want one now. McDonald's promo, Latios Sun and Moon promo. This card looks pretty sick. This is not a Burger King. Legends Awaken, I believe that is what it is. And it's the reverse hollow. Yeah. I prefer operating out of my own spare room in my house, eBay, spare Facebook, IGs. It is so much easier, but I just really, I don't know. I just want one. I'm not going to break my back to do it, but it's something, it's a goal. It's a, do you guys watch, like, I don't know how old you guys are. Do you guys watch like other streamers like Ludwig and whatnot? Like, I've been watching, you might think this is stupid. I've been watching a lot of Streamer University, especially Ludwig's information, and I learned a lot from that stuff. And he had this mantra of Christmas and like you should always have things that you're looking for, like basically a long-term, short-term goal kind of stuff. And okay, that should be right. And so yeah, a store is like that. It's like, I want it, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not going to do anything irrational to get there. Educated choices, the slight gamble here and there. Other than that, it is what it is. Is that hollow? Yeah, it's hollow. I don't know why that's in here, but we're listing it already. It's too late. That's right. Gotta mark that as reverse. Expedition, not bad. And reverse. I think you would be hard pressed to make your money back at 1.8. Well, right now, yeah, but that's definitely a long-term hold kind of thing. That's what he was asking too, is if it's a long-term hold. I mean, people that were hemming and hawing about buying them for 1.2 are now kicking themselves, and you know, it is what it is. But I don't have that kind of money, so. I saw a little of Streaming You. He had some solid advice, especially when it came to getting sponsors and those revenue streams. Yeah. Just overall, like, I know it's like an entertainment thing, but like, he had some pretty solid. It was hard to not like think about some of that stuff and be like, you know what? All right, so for me, when I do eBay pricing, I do, once I have everything. Why would one be skipped? That doesn't make any sense. I do everything. I do. Oh, wait, what card's that? Is there a card that's just blank? Anyway, so I do prices, TCG player market. I don't know. We'll have to figure out what that one card is later. Then I go a little heavy-handed. Some people just do like $1.15, $1.50. I add $2. Then I go over to percentage, and then I add 15%. And then I raise the prices. I round them up to the nearest 49 cent, 99 cent. And then that's my eBay pricing. That way it leaves me some room for offers. It gives me some room for other stuff. A tad bit higher, but like you guys know, the more you do this, the more things you get listed, the higher the likelihood of stuff like that going. So I don't mind it. That looks good. Check eBay duplicates. No duplicates found. Damage. Export. Boom. Open eBay upload. Downloads. Damage. Blank. Open. Now. We are similar on eBay pricing. I'd rather leave room for multi-card discounts and promotions. Yep. And, you know, all else fails, you could always just run like a, 10% off store-wide sale, or... That's one thing that I was always nervous about with eBay that I've kind of gotten okay with, is that it leaves a lot of room for you to just kind of do whatever the hell you want. If things are starting to move slow, then discount everything. If, there's just so many ways to go about it. It takes a little more time sometimes, but it's whatever. It's whatever. That probably does it for this little boy today. Uh-oh. You almost watched me destroy an 800 scanner. That would have been some fun content, huh? Gotta make sure we file those later. At 20% above TGBA market price, then round up to the nearest 50 cents, $1.49. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's you have to do that. It's pretty smart. Some smart stuff. Wait, am I getting trolled here? That Doug Trio I just uploaded just sold. Is someone watching buy that? I don't want to open it because you know, doxing, but no. That's crazy. Oh, someone is watching and bought it. Thanks. If not, that's pretty crazy that thing just went right away. Maybe it was a different card. Maybe I'm getting a... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, boy. Let's see. What else do we do? I didn't bring anything in here to sort it. I don't know. Might just... Usually I try to go 2 hours, but maybe we'll just chat for a little bit and then sign off a little early. Gotta make sure I bring more stuff in next time. Better than Whatnot? Brother, dude, what did I see last night? I was on TikTok. I give myself like a 10 to 15 TikTok limit before I go to bed. And I found a stream and it was called Cute Pokemon Dollar Start Stream. And it was nothing but common and uncommon cards. And it was like a stack like this big. And it was just like $4, $6, plus like $5 shipping. What in the actual hell is going on? Like who? A, those people should go to jail. And B, the people buying them should have their autonomy removed for doing silly stuff like that. That is insane. Insane. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Unbelievable. One thing I think I am going to do this weekend, I need to do a bunch of other stuff, but I need to clean up the desk. I got way too much shit floating around. I know it's part of the territory, but I'm going to try to do this without destroying everything. Where's the, yeah. We've got, those tokens are from the Marvel box things that I haven't even done yet. Those are basic lands that are full arts. That's a whole stack of random crap. That's a whole stack of random crap. I got all these random piles. I've got this hidden pile under here with Dunsparces on top. Those are some like leftovers of an Ascended Heroes sort that I did. Base set 2, more random crap. All those stacks behind me. It's starting to be a little too much. Little too much. Get bronze in 2 windows now. I'm being lazy. How much do you think a Miss Hollow card is worth? I have a black belt Pokeball from Prismatic without the Pokeball. Honestly, for Miss stuff, it's weird. It's kind of whatever someone will pay for it. Usually with like, whatchamacallit, like crimping and errors like that, I put them on eBay on like an auction for like 99 cents, and then whatever they go for, they go for. Whatever you do, you have to make sure you definitely point out the error. Yeah, bronze in 3D. You get my good side, you get my bad side. I have a whole stack of crimson stuff that I just haven't gotten to. You know. But yeah, it's it takes a specific collector for those, so it's weird. All right. Let's see if anybody else is okay. We're just gonna move this over here. You guys get to look at my router for now. Doesn't that look sweet? We're gonna do it's gonna be a short night tonight. We got things back in action. I'm gonna see if there's anybody on that we can host. Can't say it, but didn't you get the new TCG player survey? I did, and I never filled them out. I probably should, but I never do. Honestly, Mike, I think anything that doesn't come normal can be considered some kind of defect or whatever. But technically, yes, because they're not supposed to be sharp corners. I have a crimper just waiting on Bronze to pump the crimp market. I'm down. All right. Good old Nostalgianomics is doing a rip and ship tonight, so we'll just send the stream on over there. Appreciate you guys coming back. Sorry for I was gone for so long. I don't plan on ever going on that long of a hiatus ever again. However, if you're not in our Discord and you would like to join, we're almost at 100 members, which is pretty cool. And I, give some more in-depth life updates when stuff like that happens. Unfortunately, I am human, and we have bad days, and it was a bad couple of weeks. But premium seller subscription. Let's get some integrated shipping, and then we can worry about premium seller subscriptions. How about that? I think that's a solid take. But what am I? Who am I? I'm just a guy. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I appreciate you guys very much again for hanging out. We're going to send it over to Mr. Nostalgianomics, who's undoubtedly opening a large amount of crap. We will be back tomorrow. Probably going to try to stick to the 8 o'clock time frame, although we might start doing 7:30, 7 o'clock. Just kind of depends. But in that time frame, we'll be back on. So appreciate you guys very much. Hope you have a good rest of your night, sorting and listing and doing whatever you got to do. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.